and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Grand Finals. The Grand Finals of this week's PiGosaur Monday number 24. Oh boy, it's been an intense series or intense tournament so far. We've had some crazy upsets already here. Gerald, our Polish Protoss, did take down Bjorn in the semifinals in a crazy 2-0 scoreline. And we'll see if we can cause another upset. This is a rematch, but this time a best of 5, an extended series. Let's go. Let's jump in. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of our home, we have our Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing StarCraft Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. Let us go any further in the chat. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat. As again, Gerald, he has been popping off as of late. Again, Gerald, he has been improving quite a lot over the past year, over the past couple of years even. I mean, a lot of the Protoss players in Europe have been. I was going to give praise to Gerald and Christiana, of course, for rising through the ranks quite heavily and becoming some of the top Protosses in Europe. But even then, like, I'm also reminded of Jumi. Jumi has also been getting some crazy results. If you were watching the Monday Night Weekly last week, what did Jumi do? Jumi, he took down Hero and MaxPax. He knocked them both out of the tournament, which was crazy. So Jumi has also been improving alongside Geralt, alongside Christiana. It's been great to see their growth over time. And I would say that the skill gap between MaxPax and the other Protosses in Europe are slowly closing, at least in the PvP matchup, I should say. PvP has changed quite a bit since the last patch. The safe opener that MaxPax was known for, which is going for here, Gate, Cyber, Expand into Stargate, or sorry, Gate, Cyber, Stargate into Expansion, that MaxPax is known for. Nowadays, a lot of players are emulating it. They're able to keep up economically as well. It is going to be a 2-gate opener out of Gerald. Gerald, he will have the option to all in, or just take his own expansion. He could skip some units, going double Stalker initially. He could delay his 3rd and 4th Stalker and go for a faster Nexus instead. For now, pylon blocking. There's that pylon block. It's going to be a Stargate opener out of MaxPax. Welcome one and all to Erahome. For those of you that are unaware, Erahome is one of the smaller maps in the map pool. Is a very small map, very short rush distance by ground, known for aggression, known for rushes. Oh, as we see another pylon block there. Yeah, delaying MaxPax even further. Stalkers are moving out. Back at home, first 2 Stalkers move out, and where are the 3rd and 4th? Yeah, they're not here. Gerald, he's expanding. Faster Nexus. So Gerald, he is going for a Nexus that is on par with the Nexus timing of MaxPax. So similarly timed bases. Adept does confirm. But right now it's going to be on MaxPax to get damage done. Specifically with the Oracle, as the Oracle's on the way. Now, Gerald, he's fully aware. He's aware of the Oracle, he's aware of the Stargate. Going to be up to Gerald to try to keep up and shut that Oracle down. Does get the Adept. Nicely done. Adept does fall. MaxPax does zoom across the map. Alas, he's going to be intercepted. Nice volleys. So far, 3 shots going off. Stripping away the shields, forcing the recall. Oracle into the main base. Gerald, he's ready. Gerald, he does deflect. And so far, the Oracle does nothing. And this is still very reminiscent here of last night's matches, where MaxPax doesn't really get much done with the Oracle. But now going to be zoned away. MaxPax now transitioning into Blink. So is Gerald. Blink is on the way. We're getting into the mid game. So do calm down. Calm things down. We settle in. But players should be looking to expand and get their 3rd bases up and running. From here, vying for map control. You see MaxPax with a slight army lead, only slight, getting up to 3 gates. Meanwhile, Gerald's staying on 2 gateways. That's why Gerald can afford a faster expansion. So better economy here, a faster third base for Gerald. Later for MaxPax. Let's see what MaxPax can accomplish. We shall see. See, he's moving out. Does have the stasis. Uh-oh. And does Gerald notice? Does he see? Now pokes in. Has to back up. Does force field. Remember, MaxPax, he has that extra warp ins. He has that extra gateway. So MaxPax does have the larger army. Another stasis on the way. Another stasis trap. Does engage. Oh. Does pull away. And Gerald, he should be where that stasis. He should be okay. Shield battery does defend. Does keep that Stalker alive a little bit longer. There's the NG overcharge. Oof. That stasis trap is baited out, but there's a second stasis. And Gerald holds. Gerald, he does hold on. Oh. Oh, no, he didn't notice. I did not notice. And with that MaxPax, he breaks through. He breaks through. Dives on top of the Stalkers, 2 Stalkers left, and that might just be game. That might just be game here and now. 1 stasis, all it takes. The base is broken, mineral line goes down. Oracle into the main, stasis traps are going to be popping up. Stasis trap does run out, so Gerald, he forces back MaxPax. But that is still brutal damage. And not again, not again! Oh my god. Whew. That's just another stasis. MaxPax, he almost baits in. He wants to. Ooh, nicely done. Gerald, he does notice this time. Does notice. But with that, MaxPax does take a 10 worker lead. MaxPax is ahead. And it's going to be on Gerald to recover. Again, this is what makes these Oracle openers so dangerous, especially in the new meta, is the stasis traps. Because of this, as we just saw, the NG overcharge. We have just non-stop NG overcharges. It means that this one Oracle just has so much potential here with those stasis traps. And they can be so difficult to deal with. Another stasis on the way. And another. And because that, you can just never chase MaxPax. Pulls away. Does pull away, double adept into the natural, pulling Geralt apart, getting more probe kills. 3 more workers going down. MaxPax pushing in, gets a pylon. Takes down the pylon, trying to bait the army to chase him. Geralt, he doesn't take the bait. Doesn't take it. These were the stasis traps, though. And from your sure, Gerald, he's holding, he's surviving, but MaxPax, he has map control, getting his fourth base now fully operational. It's already done. Charge finishing up for MaxPax, diving on the Immortal. Shield battery out of energy. And MaxPax is just out trading Gerald, he's breaking him. Takes out even more Stalkers. At the same time, hits the 4th base, pulling Geralt apart. And this all came down to the first stasis. If you remember, that first stasis popping off did mean that he lost all those workers, he lost his economy, lost his army. And MaxPax, he just snowballed from there. Snowballed from there, breaks through those Stalkers, gets into the mineral line, GG gets called, and MaxPax will take game number 1. Whew. GG. MaxPax does take a lead in the series. Again, even though Geralt, he was able to keep up and he was able to bait out most stasis traps, not all of them. Not all of them. In the end, there was a brutal connection, and from there, MaxPax crippled the economy, crippled the army. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax does take that lead, but now we're getting ready for game number 2, and I'm curious to see what other maps we're going to be jumping into. And once again, I always appreciate that we are leaving some of the more unorthodox maps or some of the tournament maps into the series. Game 1 Era Home, and I'm sure we'll see some of the other maps as well. We saw Starchild once earlier today. True. But we've yet to see this map. Up next, we have a Talisman. As Talisman is game 2. As Talisman is one of the more unusual maps in the map pool. That's what I will say about Talisman. Is more unusual, more unorthodox. Does have a very unique expansion pattern, and that I haven't actually seen in PvP. I'll be honest. So we'll see if either one does go for the triangular third. There's a lot to get into. Talisman has been updated. It has been. And here we go. We're jumping into our next game, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Talisman, we have our Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming, leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Blue Protoss player, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. Here we go. So just quickly checking the map itself. There we go. As we are loading into Talisman. Now, Talisman has been updated, and there were a couple of changes made here. I would say maybe the most important one is how narrow this ramp is. I believe this ramp was made a little bit more narrow just so it's easier to wall off. Easier to wall in that kind of game state if we do take this expansion. Before we get into the changes though, welcome one and all to Talisman. Talisman is a smaller map, is a rush map as well, known for aggression, known for some quirkier builds. The reasoning for this is that yes, we have a standard natural base, but the third base, the triangular third, is a hybrid expansion. You can mine through these patches to open this area up. There is a mineral pathway or alleyway that you can go down to actually expand, and not just this hybrid base, but you can keep going and take another hybrid base here in the center of the map. So you can just push forward with your expansions and commit to all-ins. We've seen a lot of all-ins on Talisman, either to make use of these bases or to punish these bases. MaxPax is going for a standard opener. Gate Cyber expand out of MaxPax, Gate Cyber Stargate into expansion. The same build, 2 games in a row. Gerald, he does go for a 2-gate opener. We might actually never see this come into play in this series, but it's important to bear this in mind, that there are these expansions and they can lend towards certain styles. Likewise, sets a Stargate from MaxPax here as a part of the wall. Pylon block will delay the expansion. And once again, double stalker opener into Nexus. As Gerald, he does skip and he does delay his 3rd and 4th unit in favor of the base. There it is. Nexus on the way. Gerald keeping up with the Adept. More importantly, can Gerald intercept that Oracle? As the Oracle is on the way. Now, because of these rocks, accessing this triangular location is actually quite awkward, so I would say this Oracle is going to be safer. Usually, when the Oracle does kind of get to this area and this location, Geralt would be here in position to intercept. Not this time, though. This time, these rocks will make it awkward. We can see Geralt, he's trying to get in position, but it has to back off. So the Oracle is on the way. Yeah, so Geralt has to take a more defensive stance, further back, closer to his bases. He cannot intercept. Oracle making his way in. Headed into the main. Shield whatever he's done. On MaxPax, he does go further in, going for the stasis. Ooh, is denied. Stasis trap is denied. The Oracle does take some hull damage. At the same time, Adepts, they do shade in towards that natural. Shading into the main. Getting a probe. One probe so far. Oof. A second. No major damage yet. Gerald, he did keep that probe alive from earlier, and the pylon gets up and running. MaxPax, he does not notice.
The enemy has discovered us.
He does not notice, doesn't know. We can warp into depths. Oh, no, he's checking! Oh, he checks, he does check, and alas, even though the pylon's been done for a couple of seconds here, no warp in. Yeah, he doesn't make use of it. There was an opportunity. But alas, the pylon is going to be cleaned up. Ay, ay, ay. Casito, papi, casito. Almost. And with that MaxPax, he will clear this up. They're at the main base. Working towards Blink. And now MaxPax is moving out. Now, just like the previous game, MaxPax is on 3 gateways, so he has extra warp-ins. Throwing down the stasis traps. Made it out here by the probe, going for the 3rd base. We'll see if Gerald can keep up. Forcing his way up the ramp. Lose the pylon. Oh no! Not again! The stasis traps, once again, they pop off, and this base is going to be denied. It's going to be denied. Gets a stalker. Oh. Actually, indecisive, does leave the base alone. MaxPax does try to go into the natural, does get punished, force field on the ramp. Yeah, MaxPax a little bit too greedy here, and the stasis will run out. Whew, okay. The stars, they align for Gerald, but despite that, he's still going to lose the Stalkers. Yeah, Stalkers are still going down, still a better trade here for MaxPax. Takes down 3 Stalkers. And MaxPax, he will still get the expansion. Oh, the stage traps, they just keep connecting. They just keep connecting. Hero! As the Nexus is going to fall, and MaxPax, he will enjoy a base lead. He's up a base, up in economy, up in workers. Again, you can see how just the meta and how the patch has influenced MaxPax's PvP. And he's very fond of these stasis traps, very fond of the NG overcharge. And it's been very effective. Has been very effective. And Gerald, he's 2 base all in. He's going for a massive gateway explosion, 2 base all in. We're getting up to how many gateways? 8. It's going to be a 2 base, 8 gate all in. Prism is on the way, and it's all or nothing for Gerald. MaxPax, he has poked the bear, and we'll see if he can survive it. Once again, setting up more stasis traps. Going for a 4th expansion. I mean, it's in the center, it's with the main army, true. No, the Prism gets caught out. Prism goes down. No more reinforcements, getting caught out in the center. At least there are no stasis traps. Oracle does go down. Snipes the Oracle. Let's go. What you see is what you get when it comes to the stasis traps. But the lead might be just a little bit too great here for MaxPax. Picking up those Stalkers. Gerald, he does dive in. Dives forward. I believe Gerald, he does have the slide Stalker lead. But now Zelsa coming in to reinforce the buffer. As Zelsa charge in, Max actually takes the fight. Oh, not again! No, for a 2nd time. Get out of here. And GG gets called. The army crumbles, and MaxPax, he will take a 2-0 lead. GG. GG, well played. We'll take a 2-0 lead. Once again, the stasis traps being the MVPs. We did see Gerald getting caught out twice there while trying to save that 3rd base, and he was forced into the all-in. He didn't want to, but he was forced into it. Did lose his 3rd. There was no coming back from that. It was all or nothing for Gerald. GG. GG, well played. And again, we've even seen Hero at times struggle with this Oracle follow-up just because of the sheer amount of stasis traps. You have to be so vigilant when it comes to your movements, when it comes to chasing the army. It's one of those things where even like MaxPax, he can afford to be aggressive with a smaller force, with less stalkers, just because he can ideally bait you in. And he often does. He often does bait you in into those stasis traps, takes a better fight, overwhelms. Does overwhelm. So GG, well played. Oh. Getting into game 3. Getting into game 3, going to be loading into Starchild. Okay, and again, I'm hoping for a back and forth. Starchild is going to be a larger map. It's going to be ideally leading into a longer game state, but we expect more of the same. We expect more of the same when it comes to MaxPax, at least, going for his Oracle-based opener. Most likely, Gerald's going for a faster Nexus, trying to keep up with the Oracles. We'll see if he can get there. So we're loading it. Loading into game 3, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Starchild, we have our Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. Here we go. We are getting into game 3, potentially the final game of the series. Personally, I'm hoping for a back and forth. I'm hoping for a game 4. I'm hoping for a game 5. Hoping for some more StarCraft, but we'll see if we can get there. We'll see if we can get there. Oh, I suppose they do get stuck on each other. They do meet in the center. Meet. Gerald's back at home once again. 2-gate opener. 2-gate opener out of Gerald. Meanwhile, gate cyber expand here by MaxPax. I say gate cyber expand on a larger map. MaxPax, he may cut some corners and he may try to go for a faster Nexus, but Gerald, he's in position, so once again should be a Stargate before expanding. As Gerald, he should be on top of those pylon blocks. Pokes in, does confirm the cyber core, does confirm that a Zealot is being built, is in production. As the Zealot has arrived. Stargate is on the way. And there's that pylon block. Gerald pulls away. Gerald setting up a setting up a second pylon. This is going to be a little bit more committed. Gerald, he did miss the cancel, unfortunately. The probe goes down. That's going to be a kill on the pylon, and MaxPax will expand. Will expand. So a bit of a loss there for Gerald. Behind this, of course, double Stalker into third Nexus, or into Nexus, before the third Stalker. So the same build so far. Patch is dedicated to this map. Yeah, I appreciate that he did decide to update it. Especially since it's being used in some tournaments, so do appreciate it. Big shout to Patches. Much love, much love. Meanwhile, Gerald, he does miss the Oracle. Ooh, he does miss the Oracle. Oracle dives into the main. Going for the stasis. Boys are being pulled. And stasis is... Oh, not tonight! No! Oh, Gerald, he tried to drone drill, and alas, he will. Oh god, they just don't stop. The stasis traps, he's not stopping until he gets everything. He's not satisfied. MaxPax takes down the entire mineral line. No. Not like this. Not like this. MaxPax does wander into the main, forced to recall, but very nice damage. And with that, MaxPax does take an economic lead. Does take a lead. And again, Gerald, he was so ready to focus down that stasis. You saw him pre-pull the boys. He pre-pulled the boys. He just wasn't able to drone drill or probe drill fast enough. Didn't get it. It was close. And Gerald going for a proxy Stargate. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Likewise, another stasis into the main. Catching out a handful of workers. And again, there's just so many stasis traps. Finally, the Oracle goes, oh no, he came back too soon. He came back oh god, he came back a little bit too soon. He gets caught out, transferring back into the mineral line. And with that, MaxPax looking very comfortable here. He's happily mining on 2 bases, now making another Oracle. It is not standard to make a second Oracle here quite like this for MaxPax, but because Oracles are now so much more influential in PvP, it's worth remaking. It's worth remaking. Meanwhile, Gerald's going for his own proxy Oracle across the map. The ground army is lacking. The reason for this, I mean, all the stasis traps, he just had no economy. He just couldn't afford any warp ins. And MaxPax is overwhelming. There's the NG overcharge on the shield battery. And Gerald is in trouble. He does pull the trigger. He's going for the main. He's going for the main way soon. But last is under fire. The Oracles are racing back home to defend. Gerald's a little bit indecisive, turns back around. Looks like Gerald, he is going to be able to hold on. He does have those warp ins. Double Oracle into the main base. They can one-shot probes. They do one-shot. Probes are going down. At the same time, MaxPax trying to force the issue, but he's pushing into another shield battery. Gerald, he will defend. But so will MaxPax. MaxPax, he does deflect. Blink is done. Oracle getting more economic damage. I mean, not bad, but oh, that's going to be both Oracles going down. MaxPax, he will lose 14 probes. He's still ahead. That's what's terrifying here about this kind of game state. 14 probe kills would have been good in a more even game, but here MaxPax still has a lead. Gerald's still behind. And now MaxPax can just focus on the fight. Focus on the bush. Gerald trying to rush into his third base, but it's not going to happen. Not like this. Not like this. Yeah, Gerald's warping in Zealots because that's all he can afford. Oracle into the main, going for another stasis. Gerald, he does react, he does pull away. Does pull away in time, thankfully. Another stasis being thrown down. Gerald, he just has to leave the main. Just has to get the hell out of there. And alas, with that, MaxPax, he's overwhelming. He's overwhelming the army. He blinks on forward, taking out what little is left. No more Stalkers remaining. And MaxPax, he's done it. He's done it. He has broken the back of Gerald. GG gets called, and MaxPax, he will take the series 3-0. And MaxPax is going to be this week's PiGosaur Monday champion. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax does claim the series, does take the 3-0. Congratulations. My condolences here to Gerald. He did have more of a back and forth in game 1 and game 2, especially game 1. I feel like game 1 was maybe his best showing up until the stasis traps, and that was really the MVP of all 3 games almost, is those stasis traps. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax does overwhelm, and MaxPax takes the win. Does take the win. Congratulations here, as he will win the final Open Cup of the week. Again, it was Clem last night in the Monday Night Weekly, and we did have, who won the Wardy TV Monday? Clem as well, I believe. Yeah, Clem as well. So GG, well played. Clem didn't stay up here, not like these players. Clem did go to sleep earlier, and MaxPax and Gerald, they make it worth it. They make it worth it staying up all night. Gerald, he may have gone down here in the finals, but to make it to the finals was a very strong showing here by Gerald. I'm sure fatigue did play a part into the final showing here, the final matches, but regardless, did very well. Did very well for himself, taking down Beyond earlier 2-0. GG. GG, well played. So Geralt did pop off, and with that, we can all go to sleep. Beyond's already in bed, Geralt's making his way there, MaxPax, and we're gonna go pass out as well. GG. GG, well played. GG, well played. And with that, we can catch up on the rest of our schedule here. Again, as always, our schedule is jam-packed. We just wrapped up with our morning broadcast of the PiGosaur Monday, and we're going to be back at 7 p.m. KST. That is going to be 9 p.m. AEST. That's going to be in 6 hours. In 6 hours time, we're going to be back with the HSL. If you're curious, what is the HSL? The HSL is the Hispanic StarCraft League, a league that is, of course, made by the community, for the community, by the Latin American community and Spanish community as well. Coming together, it is GSL for Hispanic players. I say Hispanic specifically, not like not like Latino American players or anything like that, or South American players, because it does include Spain. So Spanish-speaking countries are included. So Spain, alongside the Latin American countries, are facing off in the HSL. This is actually what brought Special back, so that's why we saw Juanito earlier today in the bracket, is that Special did return for the HSL, not just Special, Cham, Vortex, and many others. So we are covering the group stage. We did cover the first 4 groups last week, and this week we have 2 more groups ahead of us. Tonight, I believe, is going to be Group F. So Group F is tonight, going to be featuring Vortex alongside many other players. Vortex, Draconics, Neo, going to be amazing, going to be beautiful. So do tune into the HSL. Again, that's in 6 hours time. Meanwhile, tomorrow we're going to be live with the Code for Giants Cup in the morning. We have Rex March Madness in the evening. We have Turtle Tussle Thursday morning, the Pondcast Thursday evening. We have more HSL, more Host Masters or Host Open, SEL, Sparkling Tuna Cup, and just more StarCraft over the course of the week. Let's go. We do have some free slots available. I believe I'm going to be, I believe I'm going to be sliding in another broadcast Saturday evening, either Kung Fu Cup replay cast, or there was a show match between Hero and Beyond in StarCraft Evolution. We might be jumping into that instead Saturday evening. So we'll have another broadcast there, yet to be determined. But we do have half a day off. Half a day off, papi. That's going to be Friday. So we have half a day off on Friday. Otherwise, plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft. Do check us out if you are curious. If you see something that you want to watch here but you cannot watch live, then socials, socials in the chat. Check out our YouTube. YouTube, we upload on a daily basis, so plenty of content on YouTube. All of our casts get uploaded there on a daily basis. So if you can't watch something live, YouTube is the place to be. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We're going to be heading off for the time being. I'm going to go get some sleep. I'm going to go get as much sleep as I can before the cast. I did not sleep much at all here, just because the Wardy Monday lasted so long. So we're going to get some rest. And who is live at the moment? Who is live? Who can we raid? Who can we send everyone over to? We'll find someone to raid. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We will see you guys next time. Until then, you can also support us on Patreon, !Patreon in the chat, so we get a link to our Patreon page. Our Patreon does fund our tournament, so if you want to help support the Cranky Ducklings and support StarCraft, you can do so via Patreon. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. See you tonight or tomorrow for some more StarCraft.